The awakening of the ancients in the quiet solitude of his study. Surrounded by the weight of ancient tomes and the flickering light of a solitary lamp, Zecharia Sitchin leaned back in his creaking chair, a world of mysteries swirling in his mind. The air was thick with the scent of old parchment and ink, a fragrant reminder of the lost knowledge waiting to be uncovered. Sitchin was not merely an observer of history. He was its passionate interpreter, determined to shed light on the shadows of humanity's past. His gaze fell upon a collection of Sumerian tablets, their cuneiform inscriptions whispering secrets from a time long forgotten. These were not just relics, they were keys to understanding who we are and where we come from. In the dim light, the characters seemed to dance, flickering to life as if eager to share their stories. It was in this sacred space that Sitchin felt the pulse of ancient civilizations, their triumphs, failures, and the enigmatic beings that shaped their destinies. The Anunnaki, as described in the myths of Sumer, were gods who descended from the heavens, beings of extraordinary power and wisdom. To the Sumerians, they were not mere figments of imagination, but influential deities who walked among them, guiding their civilization's growth. They were credited with establishing the foundations of agriculture, governance, and even the complex spiritual practices that characterized early human society. But what if they were more than just gods? Sitchin pondered, his thoughts racing. What if they were visitors from another world, shaping humanity's evolution? This theory, radical and audacious, was the cornerstone of his work, one that would challenge conventional beliefs and ignite fervent debates. In the dusty corridors of academic institutions, skepticism often thrived, yet Sitchin was undeterred. He had devoted his life to decoding the messages inscribed in these ancient texts. His research led him to conclude that the Anunnaki were not only integral to the Sumerian mythos, but were also pivotal in the very creation of humanity itself. They were, in essence, the architects of civilization, blending their advanced knowledge with the primitive societies of Earth. As he delved deeper into the labyrinth of Sumerian lore, Sitchin's excitement grew. The Enuma Elish, a Babylonian creation epic, spoke of the Anunnaki's role in the birth of the cosmos and the establishment of order out of chaos. These ancient narratives, rich with symbolism and meaning, hinted at a profound connection between the divine and the mundane, the celestial and the terrestrial. Sitchin recalled the story of Enki and Enlil, two prominent figures among the Anunnaki. Enki, the god of wisdom and water, was portrayed as a benevolent creator, advocating for humanity and their potential. Enlil, on the other hand, was the stern god of wind and storm, often depicted as a figure of authority and control. Their contrasting natures reflected the duality of existence, its self-creation and destruction, mercy and wrath. Through the lens of these mythic tales, Sitchin sought to unravel the complexities of human nature. Were the Anunnaki merely gods, or did they represent the archetypes within us all? The more he explored, the more he felt that their stories resonated with the struggles, ambitions, and desires that defined humanity throughout the ages. The ancient Sumerians viewed the heavens as a tapestry woven with the threads of their deities. The stars were not mere celestial bodies, they were the domains of the Anunnaki, a celestial council overseeing human affairs. Sitchin often imagined what it must have been like to gaze up at the night sky, feeling the weight of the cosmos pressing down, knowing that these divine beings were watching, guiding, and perhaps intervening in the lives of mortals below. As he turned the pages of his notes, Sitchin reflected on the initial theories regarding the Anunnaki's influence on Earth. The Sumerians believed they came from a distant planet known as Nibiru, a place where time and space intertwined in ways incomprehensible to human understanding. This planet, according to their lore, had an elongated orbit that brought it close to Earth every few thousand years. A celestial event marked by cataclysmic changes on both worlds. Could it be that the Anunnaki returned during these celestial alignments? Sitchin mused, a spark of intrigue igniting in his mind. The cyclical nature of history where the past echoed in the present seemed to suggest that the Anunnaki's legacy was not merely confined to ancient texts, but extended into the very fabric of modern existence. In this moment of revelation, he resolved to explore the implications of the Anunnaki's existence. What did their presence mean for humanity's understanding of itself? Were we merely the product of chance, or were we part of a grand design orchestrated by these ancient beings? The weight of these questions hung in the air as he prepared to share his findings with the world. Sitchin envisioned a narrative that would blend history with mythology, science with spirituality, revealing a tapestry of human existence woven together by the hands of the Anunnaki. With a deep breath, he began to write, each word a step into the unknown, a journey towards awakening the ancient mysteries that had slumbered for millennia. The stories of the Anunnaki were not just tales of gods. They were the chronicles of humanity's origins, beckoning to be uncovered. As the night deepened, Sitchin felt the stirring of something greater than himself, a sense of purpose that transcended time. The Anunnaki were awakening, and with them, the truths of our past awaited discovery. In the silence of his study, amidst the flickering shadows, Zecharia Sitchin embarked on a quest that would challenge the very foundations of human belief. A journey that would illuminate the dark corners of history and redefine our understanding of who we are. As the ink flowed onto the page, he knew that he was not merely telling a story. He was igniting a dialogue between the ancient and the modern, one that would resonate through the ages. The awakening of the ancients had begun, and with it, the dawn of a new understanding bridge connecting the celestial with the terrestrial, the known with the unknown, forging a path toward the mysteries that awaited beyond the veil of time.